Hey Flosstube, welcome. My name is Kat and this is Kat is Crafting both on YouTube and Instagram, and welcome to Flosstube number 4. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Flosstube is about discussing knitting, mostly cross stitch, but also in this channel we also discuss knitting and crocheting sometimes. And for those of you returning, thank you so much. It's appreciated, and I hope you all enjoy what I have to share with you today. I'm joined today by my lovely assistant, Einstein, and this is my cat. He's about 14, and once he's found a spot, he's sleeping for that day. He's not moving, so hopefully you don't mind my little assistant while he just sits here and purrs beside me. He'll probably steal the show. I'm coming to you today. It's Sunday, March the 9th, I believe. That seems correct. That is correct, March the 9th. It's just the evening, so it's probably going up on Monday. I've got one new start to show you, one knitting finish, a couple of whips, and then some haul. For those of you who are new, or those of you who are returning in, I don't really have like a specific format to share with you guys, but I think I'll just work through starting with any new starts, go through my whips for cross stitch, and then I'll move on to my knitting. So with all that, let's get into, I guess, some stitchy stats first. So to get into some stitchy stats, for Flosstube, since my last Flosstube, I have stitched, it's been a total of 25 days, and I've worked on 8 projects, and I've completed just over 4,000 stitches. So I've actually completed 4,168 stitches. I've done a lot of knitting, and I've also done a lot of beading, so that obviously has not captured in that, but that's my straight stitchy stats for that. So to start, this is my new start. This lives in this lovely project bag, and this is Royal Games. Here's what it will look like when it's done, and here's where I'm at with it. Oops, sorry. It is the smallest of starts. I started this for Sheldon in Stitch's birthday on March the 4th. I did not plan ahead enough for this, so there was a lot of, it's all put 2 paper copies. So there's a lot of getting into Pattern Keeper and then also planning it out. So I'm actually putting the 2 patterns side by side, and so I've put kind of a rough edge around to show what it's going to look like on this fabric. This is a 32 count linen in the color Chalice from Embroidery Marketplace, which is a store in Calgary. And I'll just quickly show you, I'm doing with all the called for DMC, and there's a lot of them. So here are the colors, and I thought it would look lovely on this fabric. I'm doing it 1/1, just because I want to keep them, larger than a deck of card kind of size, but not too large. So looking forward to working on that more, but wanted to start that for March, and Sheldon's birthday sounded like a lovely excuse, so happy belated birthday, Sheldon. And this project is, I guess, dedicated to your birthday, yay. The next projects I have to show you live in this lovely fox bag. The first one is the Nostalgic Tarot and the Fool card by the Witchy Stitcher. Here's what it will look like when it's done and where I was last time. And here's where I am now. I just put stitches in on the panda. So I filled in his belly and face I believe is what I did. I put in about 850 stitches on this since last time. This is with the called for DMC 1/1 on a 32 count linen. So looking to get more done on it, but I think I just filled in some more black and more of his belly up there. What also lives in this bag is Move Forward in Love by Modern Folk Embroidery. Here's what it'll look like, and here's where it was last time, and here's where I am now. I've put in about 250 stitches since last time. It's on again, called for DMC 1/1 on a hand-dyed linen 32 count that I hand-dyed myself. And this is just very cute and coming together. Yeah, those are very, looking forward to doing them. They're very tiny stitching, but it's because I wanted to keep the sizes manageable. They're in the same bag because they share a lot of the same colors. I'll just give you a quick show of that. So these are the colors for Nostalgic Terra, and they're just very, very pretty. The next one up lives in this lovely Little Boats 88 bag, and this is Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. Here's what it'll look like, and here's where I was last time. And here is where I am now. So last time I had a page, I think I was a page finish, and I had finished in this area, and so now I'm working my way over here. I've completed about 1,600 stitches since the last video, and this is on a 40 count linen 5x5 on the whim called Night Sky. I'm doing it 1/2 using Mrs. Sedas threads in Copper and Lust. Here are the two different colors. Really nice, really fun to stitch with. Really good colors. The next whip I have, my little friend is leaving us, sorry bubs. The next one we have lives in this wonderful llama bag, and this is Lands the Dragon by Enchanting Lair. Here's what it will look like and where I was last time. And here is where I am with it now. Sorry, this is a nice big one. So last time I think I had some of the neck done, so I've gotten more of his neck done, and I've actually gotten to use some of the purple, which is absolutely lovely. Just pose. Hopefully that caught. I'm really bad at getting the cover photos. Usually I have to take them after the fact. So hopefully that one took. I don't know what linen this is on. I think it's a 28 count or 30 count. It's not the called for linen. The called for linen was like a different color. But also this was kitted up, and I started this over 20 years ago. So I'm not sure, but it's lovely. I need to get more on it. It's a lot of blue, so I need to take a break every so often. I put about 964 stitches in it this time. My next whip is my 25-year heat map. So my monthly goal is to do 365 stitches, which equates to 1 year. Here's a mock-up of what it will look like when it's done and where I was last time. And here's where I am now. Apologize for all those spare threads at the bottom. There's not a lot of space to weave it in, so I just kind of try and stitch over them as I can go. So I've done exactly 365 stitches since I last showed it to you for the month of February. And so now I need to do 365 stitches for the month of March, and this should get me it finished by, I think July is what I'm aiming for, if not sooner. And this is just random, not even DMC floss on, I think it's 14 count Ada. And this is my last whip, cross stitch whip that I've got. It lives in this wonderful, again, Little Boat 88 bag. my sloths. This is my Mirabilia Cathedral Woods Goddess. Here's what it will look like and where it was last time. I was kind of hoping I would get this finished by now, but I underestimated how much beading is in this. And so I'm still beading, and then also my frame, I'm at the point where I can't put it in a hoop anymore because it'll crush the beads. I've ordered a scroll frame because I tried doing some of the beading by hand and I just didn't like it. So here's where I am now. I've gotten a lot of the beading done. I got a lot of the beading done, but like I said, I'm just outside the frame now, and I really don't like doing it in hand. So I'm hoping when I get in the scroll frame that I'll like that better, because then I should be able to put tension in it without worrying about crushing or breaking the beads. But I've gotten a lot done. I definitely should have it done by next Flosstube. But just waiting till, had to put on pause until that comes in, because it wasn't available at any of my local Michaels, so I had to order a scroll frame. So that should hopefully be here in a couple days, which will be really nice. Next up, I've got my knitting finishes and whips. So to begin, I have finished my Don't Panic shawl. And so here's what it was last time. And here's where I finished it. It is lovely. I need to still block it. So I'll make sure that I'll show it again once it's all nice and blocked and you can see how big of a difference. And I think that's the back. Here's the front of it. It makes a huge difference once it'll block. All of this lace will spread out and it will be a bit bigger. But really excited that that's off the needles and it looks fabulous. And this is done on blue brick gradient yarn called Pride. And it just took me, I think, a total of 58 or 59 days for finishing this, which is really fast turnaround for me for knitting. So Flosstube's been really good for that, and making sure I get knitting done quicker. I'm actually paying attention to it. Up next, I've been working on my socks. So here's where I was last time. Here's where I am now. So I knit from the little ice cream. So I've done a fair bit. I still have a lot more to go for comparison. This is the other sock. So I've got another quarter bit to go, but doing a really good job. I had a lot of meetings and training at home that I was working on. And this is a really nice way of occupying my hands while doing training or meetings. It's just a nice distraction that I can just fiddle with while working there. My last knitting whip lives in this wonderful sheep bag, and this is my Lovenote sweater. So here's where I was and what it looked like last time. I had just cast it on. And here's where I am now. I've done a good deal of progress. So I finished the top lace portion and now I'm on to the body. I need to try this on at some point, but it's lovely and is working up great. I'm using a combination of a fingering weight and a mohair held together. These are both Lair and Roxy yarn. I don't remember the colorway, I'll put it up. And it came as a kit. This was one of the couple of sweaters I think the kit was designed for. So yeah, that's come up really nicely. And so I'll have to put a tag for where I am so you can see next time how much progress, but coming up really great. And now on to haul. So I grabbed a couple fabric and some threads recently. So first off, I'll start with some threads. So I've got these hand-dyed by Rolanda threads. They look wonderful. This lovely variegated thread. And it's just called C8 Special Edition, and I got 3 hanks of that. I also, sorry about the crinkling, she also included this lovely black thread with my order. Sorry, I'm too fast sometimes. And then I also grabbed a bunch of Roxy Floss Co. French Vanilla. And then I also ordered from Handdyed by Rolanda a bunch of fabrics. Let me show you them and then I'll tell you a little bit of a story about why I did this. So we've got Sojourn Blue. They're all 32 count Lagana. Thunderbird. And sorry, I'm not taking them out of the packaging. Gray Matters. Cosmic. This purple, I don't know how to show up on camera, but it is royal purple in person and it's stunning. And then in the navy. And so those are all my purchases this past couple of weeks. And there's a bit of a story behind them. So originally, I was not getting these 4 fabrics. These were not happening. What I originally wanted was I was interested in making this ink circles pattern. The name escapes me, but it's Turkish Delight, and I'll have it up on the screen. And when I first looked at the picture, I thought it was a monochromatic piece. And Handdyed by Rolanda had posted on Instagram that she had just put up some new product, and I've been really wanting to try her stuff. She's a local Etsy artist. I think she's a couple cities over from Toronto, and I really wanted to try her stuff. So I went online and I found this wonderful variegated color, and I thought, hey, that looks absolutely gorgeous. I want to make that. And then I saw this blue fabric and I was like, that I think will look lovely on it. And to no fault of Rolanda's website or Etsy, when this came in, I thought this was a lot darker. When it came in, unfortunately, some of the colors in this, the blue specifically, matches identically, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do this on here with it showing up fully. Also, the ink circles pattern is actually 2 colors. I'm still going to do monochromatic, but I panicked and I decided that this would be my second color. So this is how this came about. Originally was just supposed to be this. This came about. So when I got these in, realized that this combination wasn't going to work. However, this combination is going to be gorgeous. So this is now becoming Fish and Ships by Long Dog Sampler. And by a happy mistake, because I was buying all these things last minute because I felt like it, I miscalculated how many skeins I needed. So I actually bought enough for the Long Dog Sampler and far too much for if it was going to be a second color for the ink circles pattern. So this is happily going to be a project, and I already know what it is. But now I'm back to still wanting to do Turkish Delight and having this. So not to be make the same mistake again and get a fabric that's too close to this color, I went back to Handdyed by Rolanda. And, you know, rightfully so, decided to buy 4 different pieces of fabric, figuring one of them will work. And so I'm thinking this lovely navy with this. I think this is light enough that this will look okay on it. So that's what this is going to be. This is going to be ink circles, and it's going to look wonderful. So those are kind of hauls kind of leaning into plans. So those are some plans. I now have 3 new fabrics that I don't have plans for. I am thinking about doing Lola Crow's upcoming Sal, Birds of Prey, or not Birds of Prey, but the birds one. the aviary one. I know that the called for fabric, the one that's, I guess the test has been stitched on, is a blue modeled one, but one of the fabrics that she does suggest is actually a gray fabric. So I'm thinking that if I do participate in that style this year, I might do it on this, and I might pull from my stash of lichen and lace flosses. So I still need to do that. That's a little bit of planning, but I need to pull the DMC list that she's published and see if I've got comparable colors, because I really want to use my lichen and lace stash, and this would be a good excuse because I've done her other style before, and other than the black, she hasn't really, like the colors don't use a full skein. So I think I can do DMC for the black, if and then just match the thickness, because I find lichen lace is quite thick. So see if I can figure out how to match the thickness, and then use the lichen and lace for most of the rest of it. So that's one of the plans I have. But for the most part, I'm hoping to finish off my Mirabilia in the next 3 weeks, which is when I will film next. If I do that, especially because in the next 3 weeks might be taking us into April. I'm trying not to start too many things, so I've kind of trying to limit myself to 1 start a month. So I'm going to either start my ink circles or long dog, or I might start my my plague doctor. So I've got those 3 starts that I'm looking at. And if you have a vote between the 3, I'll put them up here. Let me know if you think by commenting either plague, ships, or Turkish. This is gonna end badly, isn't it? Let me know if which one you think I should do, and I'll take popular decision votes if I've got a consensus. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be a lot of fun, actually. So that's kind of all I got for you today. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you were working on while you were watching this. Leave me a thumbs up if you liked it. And I mean, if you are enjoying yourself and like what I'm sharing, feel free to subscribe, and so that way you are notified next time I post. But until then, hope you're keeping well, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye for now.